Hi everyone, Paul here with Newegg TV, and today I'm going to be reviewing a couple new products from Logitech. Here we have the Logitech G700 Gaming Mouse, and I also have the G510 Gaming Keyboard. So I'm going to be unboxing both of these, and I'll also be installing the software and showing you how that works. So let's get to it with the G700 Gaming Mouse. So here's the G700. As you can see, it comes in the standard green and black designed Logitech box. And the selling points for this mouse are 13 programmable keys, so there's a lot of different buttons you can program with macros. It's designed for comfort, so you can play for a long time. It's also wireless. It uses one of those little wireless nubs that fits into your USB port. If you're worried about using wireless, you also have a USB adapter you can plug in here. That'll allow you to both charge and play. The resolution on the sensor is 5700 dpi. Alright, so let's get this opened up and take a closer look at the mouse itself. There is the mouse. Other items you get in the package are a USB cable that's used for charging. It looks like it has I believe that's a micro USB plug. Also a USB extension cord. You can use that, plug it into your computer. That way you can attach this cable and have that little dongle a little bit closer, a little bit handier to access. Also some information about the mouse. Doesn't look like they have included software in the package here, which is good because you should always download the software from the website to get the latest and greatest version. And there, in case you missed it, oops, fell out, is the tiny little E-Series wireless USB adapter. Right, so here's the mouse itself. It has what looks like a matte finish. It looks like it's rubberized, but it's actually not. It doesn't have quite that rubber texture. It's pretty dry as far as the feeling on the hands goes. Definitely comfortable. Rests in the hand nicely. And here you can see all the different buttons they have. Mainly these G buttons right here next to the left mouse button there. Also on the side you have 4 raised buttons, and these have little ridges on them so you can tell which of the buttons you're actually pushing. And then on the bottom you have your little slidey feet on-off switch. This is a little battery compartment. We'll go ahead and remove the protective battery cover so it will actually work. And of course the gaming laser, 5700 dpi laser sensor there. So before I move on to the software, I'm going to go ahead and unbox the G510 keyboard as well. So here's the G510 Gaming Keyboard. Again, gaming keyboard designed for gamers. So it's got an LCD panel on the front that you can program. You can use it to display media player information. You can also do in-game stats, VoIP data, system performance. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with that little LCD screen on the front. Customizable backlighting, and we'll show you that in a little bit. You can change the colored backlighting for the keys. Integrated USB audio. You can use the USB audio on the keyboard to plug in any just 1/8" headphone into that jack and use it as a USB audio device. 18 programmable G keys. Those are the programmable keys up at the top. Full speed USB with multi-key input, which means you can mash down more than 3 buttons at once, which you can't do with standard keyboards. And a game desktop mode switch, ever popular, and I'll show you where that is once I get this out of the box. So here is the G510 keyboard itself, and real quick, what else comes in the box? You have a wrist rest if you are so inclined to use one of those. Also, some miscellaneous papers, warranty, installation instructions. Also, looks like a Logitech Game Panel 3.05. I'm going to check online to see if there's an updated version of this, but looks like they tossed in a driver and software disk along with everything else. Let's take a closer look at the keyboard. It has, looks like kind of a silver finish to most of it. A few of these sort of reflective Logitech logos. You have some media controller keys over here, as well as a barrel slider there for controlling audio. LCD panel here up at the top. This is the switch they're mentioning. This is a very handy switch. If you ever play in a game, especially a full screen game, and you accidentally hit that Windows key, it pops up the Windows icon, takes you out of the game, and then maybe you die or something like that. This switch over here turns that on and off, so you can put it into gaming mode or not gaming mode, and basically disables that Windows key. That way you can't accidentally hit it while you're mashing buttons trying to raid or kill people or whatever you do with your gaming. And then again, over here on the side, you have this whole bank of programmable G keys that you can use the software with, program macros, and basically have additional commands for whatever games you like to play. For the bottom, looks like you have a couple riser feet like that, and that's about it. Not too much special on the bottom. And then again, as mentioned, USB audio ports right here for headphone and mic, so you can plug that directly in. That would bypass any audio card that you have in your system, but very handy to have those ports right up there and usable. And it does give you an extra audio device as well. So, all that being said, let's go ahead and install the software, and we'll see what we can do with the programmable buttons. Oh no. Oh, here's a snag. Apparently the Windows 7 software is not yet available for the G510. So let me check around. We might have to use some legacy software. Hopefully that won't cause any problems. Alright, so for the G700 mouse, there are currently drivers available on the Logitech website, so I'm going to use those. For the keyboard, they haven't yet updated that. Again, this is a brand new product, so they definitely will have that up soon, I'm sure. Logitech is generally very good with driver support. But for now, I'm going to use the included disc that came with the keyboard, which, well, it was in this sleeve. Right now it's in the computer. So I'm going to go ahead and install that, and that should give us the proper tools we need to make use of this hardware. This is our G510. It is a wired keyboard, but as you can see, a very long cable that looks to be, I'm going to guess it's 6 feet, possibly 8. And next, our little G-series adapter. And there we go. Alright, so our LCD panel here is already lit up and defaults to what looks like just a stopwatch. So convenient little built-in feature there. You can have a stopwatch on your keyboard. Installation's complete. Let's learn more about the LCD. Key profiler and LCD manager. So you can set up look and feel. These are just global settings. These are for programs. So by default, the default programs that come built in with it are a Logitech LCD countdown timer, an LCD clock, performance monitor, Logitech media display, an LCD Pop 3 monitor, an RSS reader, Windows sideshow, and monochrome and color. The buttons on the bottom here, as you can see, sync up with little icons on the LCD screen, or LED screen. So you can use that. So I hit play, and now the stopwatch has started to run. This button here on the side switches between different applications. So you hit that, switches to the countdown timer, the RSS reader, sideshow, LCD clock, performance monitor, and using the LCD manager over here in Windows, you can actually add more programs to that are compatible with this display. So right now I've switched over, and now it's actually showing me my CPU and RAM usage right on that little display there. So handy feature. It looks like it's also very customizable and very updatable for new applications that might be built for this LCD manager here. You can also invert the image. You can rotate between programs automatically. You can turn the manual controls here on or off. I'm guessing what that is, and you can also decide to immediately display high priority items. Now let's open the key profiler. Started a movie. This is very exciting. Alright, we'll see if we can show you guys a little bit of this movie as well. It's kind of entertaining. Oh, and it's interactive too. Cool. So a little interactive demo here that pops up right when you load the key profiler, just so you can mouse over and it will give you highlights of all the different features of the keyboard. So nice little add-on there. Definitely very well done. Alright, here's another automatic thing that pops up. This is automatically scanning for new games. So it looks like there are profiles that are built in. You can select those if you want. and apparently you can also just have it scan if you want to. So again, tons of games here. I'm seeing Brothers in Arms, Champions Online, Command & Conquer, Civilization, Call of Duty, Empire, Quake Wars. Anyway, tons and tons and tons of games. Looks like most of your Tier 1, even some Tier 2 games are on here, and they've got profiles set up for those by default, so pretty handy there. And then you get into your key profiler, where it actually just has really simple layout here. You got all of your G keys here on the keyboard itself, and pretty much they're all set up here. You can see which key they're assigned to. You hit the key, you can assign a different keystroke. You can use this to create a macro if you want to. You can also assign functions so that the keys will automatically jump to, say, an email or web, media player, calculator. Also, the M buttons up here at the top, these are mode buttons. So once you set up an entire profile for all of these keys that are over here, you just hit these little buttons, you can jump between different modes. So, you know, if you have different circumstances that you use the keyboard in, you can set up profiles, jump between those. Automatically will reassign all your macros, all of your key associations there. So pretty nice. Oh, so that's really cool there too. You can assign a different color to each of these. So assign that to red. We'll assign this one to blue, and we'll assign this one to green. And if you can tell here, the LCD screen back here is actually changing color now. So as I switch between the different modes, switches to red, switches to blue. Again, all the keys here light up as well, and in just a second I'm going to turn the lights off so I can show you what the keys look like when they're lit up in the dark. Alright, so this is Setpoint, and this is not the gaming manager that is that's used for the gaming keyboard. Setpoint's used for most Logitech products as far as keyboards, or as far as mice go at least. Alright, so brief setback, but I think I figured it out. Pro tip, if you do happen to purchase this particular item, don't just plug in the wireless receiver and then try to use it. You actually want to plug it in via USB. It recognized it that way. And now when I launch Setpoint, it pulls up the full big Setpoint system with a lot more options than the default one I was looking at before. So one other thing I realized, I mentioned earlier that this cord is an extension cord. I was actually wrong about that. This is made so you can place your little USB receiver wherever you want so you can get optimal reception, and it's actually not made to plug in an extension cord for charging. So keep that in mind. But moving on, we're going to check out the Gaming Mouse G700 options. Again, here there's different profiles that you can set up within using this G700 software. There's general gaming and productivity built in. You can also select, create a new profile. Just tells you which all of these buttons are set to right now. Left click, right click, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 full buttons. Again, all programmable. Right now 11 is set to switch profiles, so if I hit that, it's going to switch between my profiles. Again, these are colored lights on the side, so those will indicate which profile you're using. Glides very nicely, definitely not much resistance. I'm just using it on a flat desktop right here. You can assign individual DPI levels, so when you're jumping between the DPI settings, it's automatically jumping to whatever you want to. So especially if you're if you play a lot of shooters, the DPI settings adjustments are very handy to have for that. One other button I didn't mention here is this button right here in the top middle. That's not a G button, it's a lock for the scroll wheel. So you can set it to free scrolling right there, where you just spin it and it keeps going. Or you hit that and it goes to the detent mode. Last item on the list is requires the lights to turn out. So let me turn the lights off. Alright, so I hope you guys can see this here. This is green. There you can see the LCD display right there. It's on CPU and RAM. And then you can see all the keys lit up here, as well as that nice G510 logo. And again, whatever color you have assigned within the program, if you switch between your modes, and now it has turned blue, so there's all your blue keys. And now we switch to the first mode, and now it's red, and there's all your red keys. Alright, so there's yellow. There's orange for you. Oh, there's a nice pink. You're into the pink there. Alright everybody, that wraps it up for today. This has been our review of the Logitech G510 Wired Gaming Keyboard and the G700 Wireless Gaming Mouse. Thanks for watching everyone. We'll see you next time on Newegg TV.